I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake news.
I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair.
Hello, and thank you for joining us on the Scorcher Report, news that burns. My name is Rich Gary.
And I'm Pedro Santa Cruz. It's May 17th, and we're coming to you live from our studio in downtown Tucson. And in case you were wondering, the imposter who impersonated me last week has been apprehended by local authorities. The joke's on him, though. He now has my credit. So you can expect to be accosted by the local mafia in approximately 5 minutes.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Let's get started with some local news.
Local news. University of Arizona professor Sadar Ram is studying data from cat cars, which are used at about 700 campus locations to predict dropout and retention rates for freshmen based on their shopping habits, locations, routines, and social circles. Turns out that social habits and routines are better predictive analytics for dropouts and graduation rates than end-of-term grades. As an example, someone who shops at the U-Mart and orders pizza from Papa John's is more likely to drop out, whereas someone who hires prostitutes and eats at McDonald's is more likely to graduate and become president of the United States.
You can order prostitutes with this thing?
I'm surprised that you didn't already know that.
I did not know that. Learn something every day. Congratulations to Tucson Eagle Scout Ray Langlace, who has earned 137 merit badges, the most badges possible, an honor that only 367 scouts have ever earned in the history of scouting. The most difficult badge to earn was the athletic badge, because he had to run cross-country and compete in the Boston Marathon. And the easiest badge to earn was the virginity badge. Did you earn your virginity badge, Rich?
I had it for a little while. The Phoenix Suns won the NBA's draft lottery, which means that they get the first pick in the upcoming NBA draft. This is exciting news for Suns fans who have long speculated that the NBA draft lottery has been fixed against the Suns in the past, and they've never won before. This is the first time they've won. Experts say that the Suns could draft Arizona's DeAndre Ayton or Duke's Marvin Bagley. According to the Scorcher Report's very own Pedro Santa Cruz, the Powerball, the Mega Millions, the Fantasy 5, all of them, every single Scratchers game is fixed against him too.
It's true, people. I've been playing every week for years, and I've never won.
You're like our own Phoenix Suns.
It's a shame, really.
And I'm like our own Cavaliers because I'm balling.
All right. I don't know what that means.
The Cavs are actually down 2 games right now. Exactly.
Entrance fees are due to increase for Southern Arizona's Organ Pipe Cactus Monument, which has been the site of numerous kidnappings in recent years by Mexican cartels. Officials say that starting next year, the new entrance fee will be a wife and 2 children rather than just 1. Inflation. It happens everywhere.
Corporations, you know? Synergy. Vertical integration.
Organ pipes.
Tucson area bar The Hangout was featured on the show Bar Rescue last week. Unfortunately, the bar burned to the ground before host John Taffer could rescue it.
Fun fact, a restaurant burning down is also known as pulling a Guadalajara grill in local Tucson lingo.
Oh, geez Louise, what's going on now? Okay, yes, I'm getting word that our CEO, Brendan Tatro, is back in America. We're gonna go to his office via satellite and see how he's doing. Yeah, this is crazy. Okay, Brendan, are you there?
Oh, you boys back.
So my first, how was the trip?
Life-changing. Those Russians, let me tell you, I'm gonna miss the Banya the most. You haven't lived until you've had a 6'3" burly man of tufted hair whack you in the back with a branch.
Tell us what happened. Why did they put you in prison?
I don't know. I never asked. We had a good time, though. We hung out, we drank, we talked about the imminent destruction of Western values. You know, guy stuff.
So yeah, I noticed that you you seem very pro-Russia.
Hell yeah, why wouldn't I be? Putin lifts like 600 pounds. His body's sick, like in a good way.
So let me ask you this, are they watching us?
They're always watching us, Brendan.
Oh, Rich. My name's Rich.
You have no idea. You should see some of those palaces. Orgasmic.
You know, Brendan, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you seem brainwashed.
No one can wash this brain. I'm on me time, baby. So you gonna let me watch you do some of Yuri's jokes or what? I'm looking forward to some good NATO zingers, maybe some Chechnya burns, huh?
Yeah.
Who's Yuri?
Yuri Null, he's our new writer.
His name is Urinal, and you didn't tell me?
I'm sorry, I figured...
How could you keep this from me?
Well, you know, I forget that you don't know anything.
All right, enough of that, I'm bored. Are you gonna do the Yuri stuff or what? Come on, let's do it.
It's just that this stuff is really boring, Mr. Tetra. Are you sure you want to do this?
How boring?
Okay. Remember that sensitivity training that corporate made you take?
Oh, yes.
Okay, it's basically that.
No thanks. All right, I guess I'll go post memes on Facebook or whatever, but pick up your game there, Chris. I mean, Pete, he killed it last week, but you're sounding more like a snooty globalist liberal every day. You're like Combs, like a dumb, worthless Combs.
Okay, so see you later, Brendan, and it's Rich, by the way. Jeez Louise, well, he's gone. That's that. Okay, let's just move on. Let's move on with the show. Okay, it's time for national and international news.
Last week, President Trump withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal and said that he wants a new deal that's, quote, better for them. According to sources, Trump's new plan will demand that Iran abandon its nuclear program in exchange for a brand new Trump-branded mosque, which the president says will be, quote, so very much holy.
It's gonna be so holy, it's gonna be the most holy statue there ever was.
I bet it's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. Iranian officials met with the European counterparts in Brussels this week to try to salvage the nuclear deal. President Trump reportedly lurked outside the window, muttering that he didn't want to be there anymore. Sources say Saudi Arabian Prince Mohammed bin Salman let Trump suckle his nipples, which improved his mood.
And that's an interesting strategy, I think.
Hey, suckling on nipples always helps.
All right. First Lady Melania Trump underwent minor kidney surgery to treat a benign condition this week. The surgery came the same day a poll was released showing that Melania's approval numbers have grown among American men and women. After hearing about the poll, Speaker of the House Paul Ryan announced that he would have his spleen removed.
I didn't know you could remove a spleen from a douchebag.
I guess you can. Apparently it's a new surgical procedure.
You gotta have those steady, steady hands.
The medical information we bring you on this show is top-notch.
Always top-notch. It's huge. It's gonna be the best medical education that you can find. Researchers discovered additional contents in Anne Frank's World War II diary. According to the New York Times, the pages contain an extended riff on the infamous aristocrats joke and some sexually charged Ernest Hemingway fan fiction.
I think I read one of those. Something about six-toed cats.
Mm-hmm. Six-toed cats, and they love tuna.
Sounds very erotic.
So erotic. Anything with tuna.
Former President George H.W. Bush received a special private performance by the cast of Hamilton at his Houston office on Tuesday. Sources say that the performance ended promptly when Bush groped the character who plays Marcus de Lafayette, whom Bush said looked like a, quote, healthy dame.
Well, it's good to hear that our tax dollars are going to something good.
Really? That's what you got out of that story? All right.
These bureaucrats are always misusing the tax dollars.
Groping. More groping, more problems.
More groping, more problems. The City Council of San Francisco proposed a law that would ban plastic straws in the city's restaurants. The law states that anyone found to have been using a straw will be sentenced to hard labor. Hard San Francisco labor too. While death penalty can be sought after for those using silly straws, sounds to me like that law is based on a straw man argument.
Personally, I think it sucks.
San Francisco would be the first city to ban straws. It's good. They're part of the solution.
As long as they don't ban strawberries.
Oh, geez, Louise. Do you see what time it is?
No, I don't have a watch. Do you?
Oh my gosh. Tucson, it's time to go to our Tucson weather specialist, Kim Sunny Burnham. Take it away for the 5-day Tucson forecast. Oh wait, it's Studio 8. Over there. Kim. Oh, there it is. Kim.
Okay. Stop. Okay. All right. Stop. Okay. Hi, Tucson. It's Kim Sunny Burnham with your Tucson 5-day forecast. Brought to you by Tetro's T-34, the only street-legal Soviet-era tank. Help out a cause, comrades, and help us unload these old tanks. Disclaimer, though, they're not actually street legal. Okay, let's start tomorrow because the sun will always come out tomorrow, especially when your delusions call the shots. Friday, we're gonna see some cool down just in time for the cool down from tonight's meth binge. Thirsty Thursday, you know. Someone should tell that guy at the buffet who gets so mad when I crawl behind the bar and put my mouth under the tap. I'm thirsty, okay? Low 90s. Enjoy the cool down because Saturday it's gonna heat back up into the mid 90s. It's the perfect weather to stay in and watch the royal wedding. And you can play act the ceremony with your Beanie Babies. That was supposed to make you really rich. Take out a second mortgage, they said. You'll make it back in 6 months, they said. Well, that didn't work, did it? Now I'm sleeping in a storage unit. And the sunny days will continue on Sunday Fun Day when it'll get up to a very unfun 98 degrees. Watch out and use that sunscreen, especially you whiteys. And especially that albino guy that I hooked up at the buffet bathroom. They don't call it a happy minute for nothing. Can it get any hotter? Monday says, oh yes I can, because it's gonna reach 100. Then Monday says, why are you laying around the house in an apron? And I say, shut up, Monday. I'm waiting for my disability check to get here. Because vertigo is a disability. Look it up, Monday. And finally, on Tuesday, we're going to see more sun and heat. More heat and sun and flames and a rider on a pale horse and the earth trembling and opening and swallowing us up whole as the rider of the pale horse crackles into darkness. This has been your Tucson 5-day forecast, and I am Kim Sunny, call me Sunny Burnham, and I'm still looking for a room to rent. Anyone?
Ah, geez, Louise. Wow. Looks like it's going to be hot again.
It is?
Yeah. Thanks, Kim. All right, now let's go on to more news.
The Department of Homeland Security released their new cyber strategy to combat evolving threats from hackers and state actors. While of the 35-page document is made up of Hillary Clinton memes, it includes a policy involving turning off the internet after a cyber attack, then turning it back on after 10 seconds. That sounds like a bad policy.
I'm just worried that this means Skynet is going live.
I think Hillary Clinton takes way longer than 10 seconds to turn on.
Hillary Clinton is definitely a robot cyborg. Well, anyways, the new cybersecurity plan was released days after National Security Advisor John Bolton eliminated the administration's top cybersecurity position. Bolton said that the position wasn't needed and looks forward to next year when the United States collapses because government employees couldn't log into their emails.
Logging onto a computer is difficult.
Do you think John Bolton and Michael Bolton are related?
Definitely.
That was what I was thinking the first time I read that.
I think Michael is John's father.
What is it, John? John Bolton. I am your father. Play the trumpet. Is it a trumpet?
Is that some sort of Lord of the Rings reference?
Yeah, that's a Lord of the... No, Harry Potter.
Gotcha. The U.S. opened their new Israeli embassy in Jerusalem this week, which set off a round of protests among Palestinians, who also claim the city as their capital. Israel responded violently to the protests, killing 52 and wounding over 2,000. Responding to critics, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that his country celebrates every grand opening by attacking Palestinians. That's sad.
Those two are always fighting. It's the same news every time. Jared Kushner. I don't mean to marginalize people's injuries and deaths, though.
But you just did.
But I totally just did that. Jared Kushner, I'm like, hey, let's do my headline now.
None of these are your headlines, Rich. You just show up and read.
Half of these are my headlines.
Well, terrible job today. Terrible job.
Half of these are mine. Jared Kushner attended the opening, being sure to keep his back to the bloodshed. He said that the embassy was proof that President Trump keeps his promises, except for pulling out of Afghanistan and pulling out of Syria and building a wall. But other than that, he keeps his promises. Kushner then trailed off and began choking on tear gas that wafted over a nearby protest.
Well, if President Trump actually did pull out every time he should have, then there would be no Jared Kushner involved in the president's
I knew where
life.
that was going.
Anyways, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned a law that banned sports betting in most states, opening up legal gambling in sports around the country. In a related news, I am the happiest I've been since I drafted Paul Walker in my 2013 death pool.
You gonna keep betting? You gonna keep playing with money that you don't have?
I'll tell you, playing in death pools is easy money. It's easier than doggies, easier than horses.
I'm surprised you still have both of your arms and both of your legs. President Trump reportedly requested that his legal team add more, quote, TV lawyers to convince the public that the Russian investigation is and was a witch hunt. Trump's legal team has reportedly reached out to both Franklin and Bash after discovering that Colombo died in 2011.
3 words. Jack McCoy.
Jack McCoy is 2 words, Pedro.
Well, anyways, he's a damn good investigator.
Oh, geez, Louise. We can't get through one.
Do I have to put my hand on my ear again?
We can't get through one show. Well, you could put it on this one so you could hear better on the earpiece. I like to do it this way.
Oh, that is better. I'm getting much better reception.
Gambling hands away from me. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, we're getting reports live right now. Yes. Captain America is here. Captain America has decided to pay us a visit. Folks,
Captain America? You mean Chris Evans?
You are in for
I wish you'd have told me. I would have cleaned up a bit.
You are in for a treat, Tucson. I don't mean... It's not Chris Evans. It's the real Captain America. Carol just said yes. No, Carol, this better not be a joke. Okay, it's not a joke. Okay, Brendan's coming in.
Where is he? I can't see him.
He's via satellite. Carol? Yeah, he's going to be via satellite.
Satellite. Okay, great. I can't wait to scold him for the injustices of Western militarism. All jazzed up.
That's what you want to do to our guest?
Yeah.
All right, Captain America, are you there?
How's it hanging there, boys? Hopefully not as low as mine, let me tell you.
I thought you were the real Captain America, not. Wait. Don't I know you from the track?
I've been known to dabble. Listen, I've been told a certain Mr. Tatro got a case of the red fever. He's been canoodling with the Ruskies, sashaying with the Soviets. Is that right, boy?
Well, I was trapped in a Russian prison, then released and made new best friends. It was a great experience, if that's what you're talking about. What's the problem?
But you got all discombobulated in the brain, didn't you, boy?
Nope, I'm exactly the same. I mean, I hate NATO, but I've always hated NATO. Who doesn't hate NATO, right?
Hating NATO is as un-American as apple pie and Mad Dog 2020. Hell, when my dad died of dew tooth back in '96, he told me he was gonna stand up for NATO because of Merica. You don't hate America, do you, Brennan?
Well, define hate.
Boy, you forgot your roots. America's gooder than hell. You got Jack in the Box whenever you want, a smoke shop in every damn corner. You got First Amendment rights, Second Amendment rights, and I'm pretty sure there's Third Amendment rights in there too. Point is, you're free in America. As long as you do a full-time job or two, health insurance and rent-controlled apartment, and your parents, they'll give you the money.
I know, but it just seems so shallow. There's more to life, like banya or transcendental capoeira.
That's the liberalism seeping in. Brennan, it's a mental illness, usually caused by being too coddled in the womb.
I did have a guest room in my mom's womb.
Side effects including believing a man can be a woman can be a man, and Jesus wasn't the blue-eyed, blonde-haired, sexy surfer.
You guys, I'm not crazy about the direction that this is headed.
Shh, let the man talk, boy.
Why do you have a southern accent now?
I'm just so confused, Mr. America. I mean, on one side, you've got these rad Russians with their parties and their group hugs, and then you've got our president, who's just a...
National treasure?
Sure, I mean, I love the I'm the richest, smartest, most best-looking guy in the world stuff. I can relate to that. But it's just that Trump's people are kind of...
Racist?
No.
Dumber in hell?
No.
Hate taxes?
Oh, no, I don't have a problem with that. I once faked my death to get out of paying taxes. I'm still considered deceased in the state of Utah.
Then what is it, boy? Because they're poor?
Exactly. Not that I have anything against poor people. We just live in two different worlds. I mean, it's not my fault. It's theirs. How would we get along?
Here's a secret. Most of us aren't really poor.
Go on.
See, we pretend to be poor so we get them to support us. Like me, for example. I'm one of them oil barons you hear so much about. After my daddy died of dew tooth, God bless him, he left me an oil company worth a whole boatload of cash.
What kind of boat we talking?
Burger boat.
I like talking burger boat.
Okay, so you're all aboard the Trump train.
You know what? I am. I'm done with the Russians, done with Yuri. I'm sure one of the oligarchs got to him anyway. Those guys don't last long. Yeah, I'm all aboard. Boop, boop.
Mr. Tatro, I have one more thing to tell you. Something that unites us as Americans. Something that...
No, I'm good. I'm actually kind of getting bored, and I was hoping to take off early so I could take my mini goat trapeze class, mini goat yoga trapeze, a new thing. I'm gonna go hire our writing team back. What do you say, guys?
No, we were.
Yes.
We were writing the new.
Sick story, bro. Look, let me go hire the writing staff back before they find another gig. Later, chumps. Pete, you're good.
We done then? I'm meeting Captain America a bit at the track.
No, we've got a few more stories. Come on, this is important stuff.
Sure, but paying off a bug boy to let my Philly lug on the backstretch isn't important. Maybe I'm out of turn for saying this, but sir, your priorities are skewed.
Oh my God. Can we just do this, please?
Okay. The GOP are having trouble finding a location and speakers for the 2020 Republican National Convention because of fears over Trump protests. But late last night, the GOP announced they landed a warehouse in Joplin, Missouri for the event that will feature special guests Frank Stallone and the guy who played Waldo from Family Matters. Waldo, Geraldo, Faldo, Baldo.
I do love
And
Family Matters.
if they need more speakers, there's a guy that sells them out of a van over by the Circle K.
You wouldn't know that. Kansas Governor Jeff Collier signed a bill that bans police officers from having sex with individuals they pulled over for traffic stops. Kansas police were reportedly disappointed since they thought it was already illegal. The police union has filed a request for a 2-week extension of the law.
Well, on that note, Rita, our relationship is over. I know you have been on the duty in Topeka, Kansas for years, and we've had our thing, but apparently Pedro Santa Cruz is not a lawbreaker.
Just forget about Pedro. It's over, Rita.
Sorry, Rita.
It's over.
Oh, I'm having trouble getting over Rita. New
Do you want me
York
to take this
City
one for you?
resident
You got this?
Emma, I think I can handle it.
All right.
New York City resident Emma Gonzalez says she's receiving death threats from people thinking she's Parkland student and activist Emma Gonzalez. Conspiracy theorists have made similar mistakes in the past, such as targeting Ohio resident John Wilkes Booth, who says he'll never be able to see live theater again. I don't get it.
Harley Davidson is coming under fire for closing a plant in Missouri and reopening it in Thailand. The motorcycle manufacturer defended the move, saying it was simply part of a strategy to change their image.
Are they calling it Harley Davidson?
Oh no.
All right, that was inappropriate. I apologize. Civil rights groups criticize the bill proposed by Utah Senator Orrin Hatch that would make attacking police a hate crime. Police responded to the criticism by reminding Americans of the long struggle for civil rights by police forces all across the country. The statement ended with a rallying cry of, "We shall overcome."
The Pentagon removed numerous mentions of climate change from an Obama-era report about military installations. The report now instead refers to, quote, climate terrorism, and named Mother Nature as a target for military airstrikes.
Bomber. Bomb away.
Oh, geez, Louise. Look at what time it is already. Lastly, Creative Tucson will be holding a stand-up comedy show to benefit the Wild Hearts Rescue Ranch. It's Better to Give, June 1st at 8 p.m. All proceeds go to benefit the charity. Tickets are going to be $3, and there will be a number of local Arizona comedians, including Ali Musa, Tristan Bowling, and Stina Salito. Search It's Better to Give on Facebook for more details, and click the going button so you don't miss out.
So people actually give money away?
Yeah, it's a benefit. It's a comedy charity show to raise money for Wild Hearts Rescue Ranch.
And they can win something when they put that money, right?
Yes.
Like
They're
3
all
to
gonna
1
win.
odds,
They're gonna
4 to 1.
They're going to win an evening of laughter.
Good to know. I like those odds.
It's they're 1 to 17 odds.
Okay, I don't know what that means. This has been the Scorcher Report with Rich Gary.
And Pedro Santa Cruz.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If you've got a hot news tip for us, good for you.
Stay creative, Tucson.
Nice tie, by the way.
Thank you.
Pretty classy.
And my grandma gave it to me.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news. Fake news. I've seen people.
Hey, when I say news that burns, let's do this.
Okay, gotcha.
Believe you people anymore. You have a lower approval rate than Congress. You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake